And good afternoon, teachers, and welcome to our live stream for today. This is our usual and Thursday live stream. So magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Kaya alam ko po medyo may mga hahabol pa, no? Kasi marami sa mga teachers natin ngayon, medyo pauwi pa lang. Yung mga nasa biyahe pa lang po ngayon, maraming salamat, no? So those who are watching in their mobile phones, okay? For those who are already at home at nanonood sa kanilang mga laptops, computers, okay? Maraming salamat and welcome to our Thursday live stream. No? So medyo jam-pack tayo ngayon, no? Kasi kakatapos lang ng ating last session last Monday. Ito na naman tayo ngayon sa Thursday. And of course, on Saturday, meron na naman tayo. Pero again, teachers, always, no, we would like to thank everyone, no, for always watching our live webinars. For those who will be team replay, kasi medyo madami pong team replay sa atin ngayon because of the many things that they have to do. Lalo na ngayon, we're transitioning to hybrid setup, and of course, those who are doing face-to-face learning already, okay? Medyo madaming adjustments, medyo busy. So, okay lang yan. Okay, welcome to being a team replay. So, don't worry, this video will be can be replayed anytime you want. Okay, it's just there in our YouTube channel. So, kung hindi pa kayo nag-subscribe sa ating YouTube channel, mag-subscribe na kayo ngayon, no? Para hindi kayo makamiss ng mga live stream natin. Of course, you can always revisit all of our videos. Yan, meron po ngayon nanonood pa sa kanilang sa school pa, no? Nanonood na sa school, okay? Meron din iba diyan mga team watching, group watching, no? Okay? So before we start our session for today, I'd like to first greet our teachers, no? Okay? In our chat, okay, who are very early, no? As early as 2:23 p.m. nandito na po. Siyempre, ang ating first honor, Miss Janine, good afternoon, okay? Teacher Diane Gutierrez, okay? Glenda Aloran, okay? Orlando A. Joven, Teacher Janet, Teacher Rosita Balios, Teacher Alex Javier Alvarez, Teacher Nicole Ann Rose Malapo, Teacher Jerry Lee May Picaza, Teacher Christy Dulfo, Teacher Renante D. Tabigoon, Teacher Rowena Colporal, Ma'am D. Mendez, Teacher Jelina D. Padua, Teacher A. Servant, Teacher Jesus Junior Katangi, Teacher Rasmia Datu Saranao, Teacher Ethel, Teacher Maria Corazon Soles, Teacher Merly Pelios, Teacher Regina Rose Regidor, Teacher Normela Blanza, Teacher Bernadette Irma Cabalya, Pastor Manny Garcia, thank you always for always blessing our sessions, Teacher Gemma Rivera, Teacher Iris Marquez, kay Teacher Julian Sigalat, and Teacher Alvin Ronces Valles. Okay? And that would be teachers. Now, for the rest na hindi ko po nabate, magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. No, syempre, para mas marami po tayong time for our actual session for today. Okay? So, by the way, teachers, no, good news, okay? Okay na po ako. Nakita niyo po ngayon, wala na ako ngayong patch, no? So, my infection have already healed, no? So, out of infection na po ako ngayon. Was just continuing my antibiotics, okay? To finish, no, my medication. So, maraming salamat for those who prayed for my healing for the last few days. Okay? So, teachers, okay? Bago tayo mag-proceed, no? Of course, our session for today will be on Microsoft Word Advanced. Sino ba ang hindi nakakakilala kay Microsoft Word? Okay? Parang bihira yan. Okay? So, kilala natin, no? Itong very powerful, very popular, no, na word processing application. Pero, okay, baka lang kasi na-trap tayo dun sa ating image ng Microsoft Word, no? Okay, na it's only for writing text, okay, resume, or creating our thesis or our essays, no? Hindi na po siya ganun ngayon. Okay? Microsoft Word had already elevated, no, to a different plane, no, when it comes to being a word processor. Sobrang loaded na po ng Microsoft Word as a tool, lalo na, no, being part of the Office 365, no, the updates, the capabilities, the features, at yan po ang natin for today, no? What are the new features, no, and how can Microsoft Word elevate your use of this particular tool, na of course, lalo na in most particular sa ating mga educators, okay? Pero alam ko na rin, teachers, no, basta syempre sa tagal nating magkakasama for almost 2 years, okay? Kilala ko na rin kayo. Aside from the learning experience, okay, na hinahangad niyo po ngayon at hinahanap niyo po ngayon, aminin po natin, meron pa tayong isang hinahanap for today, which are Eto na, nakita niyo na po ito sa post ko kanina. Ayan, hindi lang nakikita no from my ano no from my background. Ayan, okay. Ito po ang ating tumbler from Microsoft. This is the Microsoft Teams tumbler, okay? Meron din tayong Microsoft Teams, okay? Alcohol spray, okay? And of course, our Microsoft notebook. Ayan, okay? Yan, naka-cover ko ba siya? Makita ba siya? Yan, okay? Ayan ang ating tatlong contents no ng ating Microsoft Kits. Okay? Ayan, nagpamay na kagad si Teacher Aldo. Teacher Aldo, ayan, abangan lang natin. Meron na tayo ngayong for our next contest no for you to be able to get this Microsoft Kits. Tandaan po natin, 30 lang po yan. Okay? 30 kits lang po ibibigay natin. No? Meron na tayong so far 8 winners na. No? 5 from the first one, 3 from the last one. Ngayon, magkakaroon ulit tayo ng 3 more winners. At plus, don't forget, no, huwag natin kakalimutan din, meron din tayong Microsoft certification vouchers na ibibigay para po sa inyong lahat. So kung hindi man kayo makakuha ng Microsoft Kits, baka sa Microsoft voucher, manalo kayo. Okay? So teachers, eto na, no, bago natin ipakilala ang ating speaker for today, okay? Let me first inform everyone on how you can get your Microsoft Kits no, for our next Microsoft Kits alert. Na. So teachers, I will keep it here. Paki-screenshot na po para alam na po natin kung anong gagawin natin. Okay? Yan, screenshot na po ng ating instruction for today. Okay? So ngayon, ang ating for our Microsoft Kits alert, okay? Ang gagawin po natin is aabangan nyo lang po. During the session ng ating speaker, lalabas po ito sa baba, itong word na to, screenshot this. Okay? Kapag lumabas po yung phrase na yan, na screenshot this, paki-screenshot po siya, post this screenshot no, with the guro para sa iba, hashtag kaagapay, hashtag April series, hashtag Microsoft Edu, okay? And then please tag me. Okay? So sa mga hindi ko pa po friends o hindi nyo po ako makita, ayan po ang aking Facebook profile, www.facebook.com/franco.adun. Okay? And then, caption your post with the learning insights from the session. What's the best thing you've learned for today and how it helps you as an educator. And please, do not forget to also include the YouTube video link no, to this session no, para po kompleto na po tayo. Okay? Hahanapin ko po yan mamayang hapon after the session. Okay? Pagkakita ko po dyan, I will choose 3 or baka pwedeng 5 na, no? Okay, 5 na natin, okay? I will choose 5, okay? Those who will comply no, to all of these requirements and we will be sending you your Microsoft Kits, no? Walang bayad. So, yung libre yung kits, libre yung delivery, tatanggapin nyo na lang po sa inyong mga pintuan, okay? So, teachers, okay na po tayo? Okay? Are we okay for our Microsoft Kits alert for today, for our session? Okay, so kung okay na tayo, let's now proceed no to our session. And let me first introduce no our speaker for today, okay? So our speaker for today, okay, Miss Janine Banate, okay, is a graduate of Bachelor of Secondary Education, okay, major in English at St. Paul University, Philippines. As a licensed professional teacher, she has a wide experience in the field of teaching as an educator for the past 6 years. Prior to becoming a master trainer, she was an English subject coordinator at a Montessori school. She has gained varied perspectives in the field of education in the private sector. Being a master trainer, she is continuously upscaling her skills by obtaining certifications through Microsoft. Let us welcome our speaker for today, Teacher Janine. Teacher Janine?
Hi, thank you Sir Franco for that kind introduction. And magandang hapon po sa lahat ng participants and viewers po natin who are here with us this afternoon or medyo gabi na po ata sa part ng iba. Thank you for staying with us and please feel free to share this link para mas madami pa po tayong kasama na matuto with our topic this afternoon. And with that, let's proceed with our topic.
Maraming salamat, Miss Janine. Siguro bago ka lang mag-start no, is that very quickly and very briefly lang no, is that can you give us like an overview no ano nga bang i-cover natin para sa araw na to in this amazing session that we're going to cover?
Okay. So for this afternoon, we'll be looking into the Word advanced features po. So marami ng updates na nangyari from the time that Word has been here. So it's a household thing already. It has been with us. So titingnan po natin ang features sa Word app na offline. And we'll try to look also sa parts or features niya naman kapag nasa Word web tayo. So may two categories that we're looking into the features for our Word app.
Thank you. Maraming salamat. Miss Janine, the floor is yours now. Teachers, just a reminder before I give the floor to Miss Janine, this is a certified session, so you'll be getting a certificate after the session. Just make sure that you do the evaluation form. Okay, so Miss Janine, good luck for our teachers. Enjoy the session. We'll be in the chat if you need us, okay? And we'll be engaging with you, through our comment section.
Thank you, Sir Franco. So yeah, I'm sharing my screen right now. I hope everybody is able to see what we are sharing. Let me know lang po in case there are times that you can see it. I know most of us are very excited to answer and participate kasi your effort will not hindi lang siya basta-basta mababaliwala kasi you have freebies. Pinakita po ni Sir Franco, madaming pagpipilian. So I hope everybody will be very active to really join with our training this afternoon. Start po tayo with a simple question. Now, may I ask? Sige, pabilisan po tayo ng sagot. Let's see if isasama po to ni Sir Franco with the freebies na makukuha nyo. Let me just ask our participants. So we're talking about Microsoft Word at madami na pong pinagdaanan ito and there are changes sa logo and icon. Now, let me ask you, dear participants, dear teachers, or even the non-teaching staff na sumama lang po today, which among these images is the latest version? Is it this A, B, or C? Lagay po natin yung sagot natin sa ating comment section. And let's try to see who got it right. Again, which is the latest version of our word this time? Sige po. Ayan. So, A, B, or C? Ayan. So, we see some answers already. Thank you very much. So, we have majority. Pero tama po kaya yung sagot ng majority? Ayan. Merong naiiba naman? Okay, so let's reveal our correct answer. For right now, nasa 2019 version na po tayo. And the correct answer is indeed letter B. Ito na po ang ating newest Microsoft Word version. Ito pong isa, letter A is from 2007 to around 2010 or 2013 I should say. Tapos ito pong letter C is the 2013 to the 2016 or 19. So kung meron na po kayong updated word feature while we're having the training, you can follow with us. Thank you very much for actively participating in that first part. So, going to our real topic for this afternoon, the training for Word Advance. With Audentes Technologies, I belong po with Audentes Technologies. I'm one of the trainers in this company. We actually offer also upskilling and certification programs aside from the training itself. And when we look into this, what do we do at Audentes Technologies? We're a training company with wide experience in technology and education space. So we give po platforms for you to have the right tools, skills, and competencies to thrive in our digital age. Di ba po, because of this pandemic, there are a lot of things na kailangan na natin gawin virtually. And yung iba po sa atin, aminado na we have a lot of struggles working with that. With Audentes, we can help you overcome those struggles that we're experiencing in terms of upskilling and technological advancement. We also have awards and recognition. So you're assured po that you are in good hands kapag you avail what we offer here at Audentes Technologies because we are recognized by Microsoft as the Global Training Partner of the Year, also with Asia Global Training Partner of the Year this 2021. Aside from that, we have different academic partners po availing our services. So hindi lang po kami limited into private schools or private schools. Kahit po mga businesses, we also have those ones. And these are only a partial list of our partner schools and institutions. Now, let's go with the real thing. Microsoft Word. Can somebody or meron po bang pwedeng mag-share sa atin dyan? Baka gusto nyong i-share ano po yung mga experiences nyo sa Word? Or let me rephrase the question. If you were to rate yourself on your capability of using Microsoft Word, 1 as the highest, 1 as the lowest, and 5 as the highest, kamusta po ang self-rating performance natin? Sige po, para ma-share naman natin sa iba so that before we begin, we get a grasp of ano po ba yung status ng mga participants natin from different schools all over the Philippines. Kamusta po tayo sa paggamit ng ating word? Okay, some people answered. Thank you, Sir Hete. It's a 3 for them. How about the others po? Again, try to rate yourself with 1 as the lowest and 5 as the highest. Okay, so since karamihan po sa atin may 3 na, even higher than that, I guess it's easy for us to follow. And again, while we're doing this, pwede po kayong mag-open din ng Microsoft Word app nyo so you can follow and use the features that we're going to show you. So, with Microsoft Word, let's look into the top features first. So, kanina po, sinabi ko kay Sir Franco and to everybody here that will try to check the feature sa offline at kahit po sa Word web natin mismo. Let's start with our introduction first. So Microsoft Word has been launched in 1983. So may dalawa pong software developers, si Robert and Simoni, who created this one. So it has gone a long way of evolution to enable the creation of a type of documents needed in today's generation. So this software documents, hindi lang po tayo limited with personal purposes. Pwede po natin siya gamitin sa academic, business purposes. And with the updated features, we can collaborate these files or documents, and these are readily available anytime, anywhere, and on any device. So napaka-seamless po talaga ng gamit ng ating Microsoft Word. Now let's look into the top features. Sige, type ready. I'm ready kapag okay na po tayo. Ready na po ba tayong mag-dive into these features that we are going to explore about Microsoft Word? Ayan, gano'n ka-ready po tayo? So may we have some comments there in our live streaming? Ayan, kung ready na po tayong mag-follow, makinig sa mga topics that we have for this. Thank you very much. Pinakauna talaga si Ma'am Maravanya Estrella. Very active. Thank you. Okay, so let me start with this few features. So magkakaroon po tayo ng features. We'll look into the 10 first ones. Converting text to PDF, modifying Office theme, read aloud, editor, watermark, citations and bibliography, navigation pane, table of contents, resume assistant, transform document to web page. So yung iba po siguro you may have encountered this, but we'll show you the latest features that you can do with this Word app. Now let me just switch and move to the presentation po that we have here. So let me just share this one. Hi, Sir Franco. Can I ask for your help po?
Yes, Miss Janine. Is it the video we're going to play already?
Yes, sir. Yes po.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. The great thing about Microsoft Word is you're not just limited with words and other formatting. You can actually convert files into a Word document. And one of those files are PDF, whether it's a text PDF or an image PDF. Let's look at these files. Here I have a text PDF and an image PDF, which I would want to further modify. So I'm going to convert this into a Word document. This is how we do it. In your Word app, simply click the File tab, go to Open, and then browse for your file. So I have it here. Let's start with a text PDF. Then a prompt will show you wherein Word will now convert your PDF to an editable Word document. Click OK. Next, how about if it's an image PDF? In the same manner, go to File tab, click the Open, and then search for your file. We have here our image PDF. Click that. Then you'll see a prompt. Click OK. And now we have that image converted into a Word document. Let's try to see if we can start editing. So I can now have this editable document on my end. So that's how you convert an image PDF and a text PDF into an editable Word document. Are you tired of seeing the same plain white background on your Microsoft Word? Now there's a solution for that. Simply go to your File tab and click for your account. Go to your Office theme and change your settings. Let's try to do it with black. So this will be applied not only to Microsoft Word but all of my apps since this is in my account. Let's check what happened. So now I have it here, and if we want to further modify this, just click View, and now we'll see this option for switch mode. So if you want to do a darker page color, all black, then you can do that. But let's try to go back with white. Another thing that you can do is with changing your system, if you click this focus icon now, you'll be able to focus on that, and let's just click this to see other options. Now you'll be able to also change your background use in focus mode. So if you click this, you'll have color options ranging from black, gray, coral, and other colors that you'd like to include just so that you can focus on your app. So this is one way for you to enhance the way that you look and work in your document instead of being distracted with just a plain white background or plain black background. Now, if you just want to print this out, you don't need to worry because this is just how you look at it. The way it is printed will not be affected. And if you happen to want to switch back to the original one, just go back to your File tab, click your account, and choose your system setting. It's the original Office theme. And let's check how it looks like now. So here, we are back to our original mode. Microsoft Word has further enhanced its capabilities by including a lot of accessibility features, and one of this is the Read Aloud. So go to Review tab, and then you'll be able to see this Read Aloud option. So let's just try to highlight a part of our text or our document, then click Read Aloud. So we'll be able to hear this option. So let's listen to it.
This orientation intends to give you a brief introduction to the applications within Microsoft 365 and an overview of the unique features of Microsoft Teams that will help you maximize your virtual classes.
There we go. So you'll see this option in the upper right corner. And when you want to listen to other things, just click this next or just click previews. And of course, here's the play button. These are the settings option where you can adjust the reading speed however slow or fast you want it is. And then you can switch from a male voice to a female voice. And once you're good to go, just click the stop button. You can also have this accessibility feature by going to the View tab and click Immersive Reader. So this allows especially those students or maybe participants who are really having a hard time working on their reading skills. So this is a way to improve that using our Immersive Reader. Let's try to do this one. Then click Read Aloud.
Classes. We will show you demonstrations of how these features work in a sample virtual class. You can follow our presentation using your own devices during the orientation.
There we go. So now we have the accessibility feature that enables us, even our audience or participants, to be able to fully understand and even improve their reading skills. That's the Read Aloud feature of Microsoft Word. Submitting or presenting a document can be pretty nerve-wracking, especially if you're unsure of the quality of your output. But say no to that. With Microsoft Word, there's a feature that can help you. Simply click the Home tab, and on the upper right, you'll be able to see the editor where you can check for spelling, grammar, and writing suggestions. So right now, I'll see that my score is 85%. Now, this is a very objective one because there are a set of criteria that I can look into. Now, we have actually three types of formality that you can choose from. So, let's assume that our work is a formal writing. Your editor's score will also change depending on the formality and, of course, the criteria as the guidelines. Now, these are the criteria below. We have for corrections, we have for refinements, similarity, insights, and then another option for you to give feedback to Microsoft and think or tell them what you think about editor. Now, if you look into this one, we have icons like numbers beside a criteria, and we also have the blue check mark. The numbers basically indicate how many items need to be corrected for spelling. And then the blue check mark indicates that this criteria or criterion is okay already based on formality, formal writing. Let's check these criteria that need to be or criteria that need to be edited. For spelling, we have 2. My PowerPoint spelling is wrong. Let's edit that. Now there's another one also, remaining spelling. Let's check what else is that. We have this FLE. Okay, so that should be file actually. And then, what else are the issues within our document? We have now clarity. So for clarity, we have 2. Okay, we have a suggestion saying who or what did the action would be clear. So let's try to change this words was given into given only. Okay, that's better. Now we have 92%. We still have other criterion to check. We have still 1 for clarity are listed. Okay, let's change this into just the word listed. And let's check. Yay, now we have 96. One more thing to go. We have an issue for formality. Where is that one? In the word let apostrophe s. So it's a formal writing. I believe this is asking us to type let us instead of let's. And let's check our score. There, now we have 100%. Now take note that if you have less than 100 words in your Word document, it will not be able to compute that. So you need to have at least 100 words. So your editor score will start to function and you can check those criteria. Now close the pane, and with that, now when we present or submit our output, we are assured that this one has been checked with objective standards, not only based on our personal ideas or preferences. Dealing with sensitive information or documents is very critical. Thus, we need to enhance the features of our document. In Microsoft Word, you can do that. Simply go to our Design tab, and then on the upper right corner, you'll see this watermark icon where you can use or add ghost text such as confidential and urgent. Now, this watermark is a great way for you to show that the document requires special treatment. Now, if you look into this one, we have watermark templates. text, or you can just choose custom watermark and a prompt will appear. So you can choose a picture watermark or a text watermark. If we choose picture watermark, simply click this button, and then if you're working offline, click this button below. So it will scan your documents. So I'll be clicking this example, and then you can scale it still, and you can choose wash out or not. Of course, I'll choose wash out so that it's not distracting as the background. Let's try to apply this and click close. So now we have it there on our background already. Okay, so it's a fading one. Now, how about if you just need a text, not the picture itself? So just go to your watermark again, then click your remove watermark so you can reset. And let's try to do this time a text watermark. So our language is here, our text is ASAP, but let's try to change that one into a sample. Then choose your font. Let's try to have something like this. And then go with your size, whatever your color is. I'll try to do blue accent one, then I'll make it semi-transparent. So you can choose from diagonal or horizontal as your layout. So I'll go with diagonal, click apply, then close. Now we have our text watermark. So this is a great way for you to mark your documents or items as sensitive information without distracting the receiver or your audience or whoever checks this document. Now that's the thing that watermark has to offer for us. In addition, with Microsoft Word, you can now create your citations and bibliography without the hassle of typing every single detail for such. Now, let's try to use this document. And let's assume that we're going to create first an in-text citation. So this paragraph is an idea of someone else. So I'll check this one and put the references by clicking our References tab. And in the middle, we'll see the citations and bibliography group. So you have insert citation, manage sources, your style, bibliography. So I'll be doing an insert citation since this is a credit for an idea that I got from or that we got from a particular source. So before you do that, you can actually choose your style already. You can choose from the following styles: APA, Chicago, down to this list of MLA and then Arabian. So any of the styles that is required of you when you create your document. So anyway, I'll stick with APA 6th edition. Then let's start creating our insert citation or in-text citation. Click this one, click add new source. Then we'll type all of those details. So we have a prompt here. Now the prompt will ask us the following details. Type of source, choose from book, book section, journal article, article in a periodical, conference proceedings, or even report. So let's say, aside from the other options that we have, event performance we have here, I'll just stick with book. And then with that book, I have my language default. You can either choose other types of English still. And then we have your author. So let's assume that this one is created by a guy named Jose de la Cruz. As the author, you can actually indicate if it's a corporate author or not. Next, we also have our title. So what's the title of our book? So let's assume that this idea from this book titled Maximizing Microsoft 365 Tools. There. And then the year that it was published. So let's say the book was published around 2019, and the city where the book was published. So let's say also that this one was published in Quezon City, and then our publisher, let's assume that Microsoft has a publishing house named like this one, Microsoft Publishing House. And then you can also check to show all the bibliography fields. These are extra or additional details that you can place, such as state, province, country and region also, the editor, volume, number of volumes. We also have translation, short title, and all of those details that you can find. But again, these are just optional. That is why if you unclick this button once again on the left corner, it will bring you back to the required details only. So it's up to you, whatever that is. And then we have a tag name here below. It's a way for you to uniquely identify your sources later on, especially if you have a number of sources already. And once that's okay, we'll click this. And you'll be able to see this citation. Now, others might be wondering, why did I go through that hassle of typing a lot of things where I can just put the surname and the year? Okay, we got you in that one. So in this item, if you do in-text citation, of course, it's the first time that you're going to cite your source, so you need to type all of the details. But the great news is, once you have done that already and you're going to list all of your bibliography or sources, once you click this one, so let's just allot a space for our bibliography, the list of our sources. Just click that one. Then choose from this built-in bibliography styles. So let's stick with the first option. And now I have the whole context of every source that I have created beforehand. So it's like hitting two birds with one stone. You have an in-text citation. You even have a list of or your bibliography already there with you. A great way to cite your sources properly and easily. Locating a specific word, phrase, or categories within your document, especially if it's a lengthy one, it is such a pain. Now with Microsoft Word, there's a feature for you to easily navigate or find that specific word, phrase, or whatever you're looking for. Now, click the View tab and then just click this navigation pane, and it will open this left pane wherein there are headings, pages, and results tab for you to navigate. You can also click the page number below and it will also open your navigation pane. Now what we see is a blank one because we don't have any outline. It's evident since our Microsoft Word document is not arranged properly according to headings and title. So we need to edit our document first. Let's click this one. Go to Home tab, and then we'll be able to see our font styles in the middle. So we need to edit the font styles of our categories, titles, subcategories, and so on and so forth. So you just need to highlight that, change it, and this time this is our title. So this is the font style for that. Let's put it in the middle. And then for the subtitle, let's put that as heading 1. Remember, we need to change the font style so it will be easier to navigate. And the subcategory will place that as heading 2. The same thing is what we are going to do with the other subtitles. Change this one into heading 1. Also with this, change it to heading 1. Let's apply this heading 1 font style to all of these categories or subcategories within the document. And now we have our file already. You can still edit the font size or font style of this ones depending on how you'd like it to be. So let's try to change that here, and it will not affect as long as here this font styles, this separate one, will enable you to categorize it, whether it's a title, a heading, or what. Now let's check if that works in the navigation pane. This time I'll not be using the View tab. Instead, I'll click this to open the navigation pane. And now we have our outline already. Here is the Microsoft 365 tools. I can easily move to the Forms group already, or even to the last one, the Teams outline. So either way, that's easy. And if you plan to rearrange this, you don't need to copy and paste in the Word document itself. You can just go to the outline in the navigation pane. For example, I'm going to move the SharePoint, move it here, and then everything, the title and the content, moves also to the decide part where I have placed it. And that's how you work with the navigation pane. Working with large document is really a challenging one. So there's another way for you to fully utilize your easy access or navigation within that document. You can simply just go over your document and click the References tab. And then we'll see a table of contents. So this is an overview of your document by adding your table easily without even typing it one by one. So first, let's provide a space for a table of contents. Then let's click this one. Now, when you do your table of contents, you'll see that there are other options or templates that you can choose from. So before you click that one, make sure that you have labeled your contents into heading, titles, or heading 2, because this is the format that we're going to follow. Now, how do we check that? Let me go back here. So you just need to check if this is in the correct font style. Where do we find that? Here in the Home tab, right? We have the styles here already. Then choose if it's a title. And then if this is a subcategory, make sure it's in the heading 1. So we have seen that before. Now let us see if everything is set already. So our titles, all of those ones have been changed into the heading 1 font style, and the title has been changed into the title font style. So we are good to go with our table of contents. If you don't check that one, your table of contents will not work. So let's try to click again, References tab, click Table of Contents, and this time let's choose Automatic Table 1. So now I have this table of contents easily. So I have this contents, the title, and then the page number, and you can see that that is actually correct. Now, if there are certain changes, for example, we'll be moving this how to access your M365 account into the next page. So let's check that one. And let's see how do we edit this. If there are changes within your table, you can just click this one, Update Table. You have two options. You can update the page numbers only or update entire table. Since I only move one part into a different page, I'll choose update page numbers only. Click OK. And now you'll be able to see that how to access your M365 account went to page 3 instead of page 2. Now, how about if we try to change a title, not only the page? So let's navigate here. And let's say we're done with this. I'll be moving this to another page. Then let's put SharePoint features. So let's say that's our title. So since that is a heading that needs to be updated, go back to your contents, table of contents, click update table. And this time we'll be clicking update entire table since we changed the title and we changed the page numbers. So let's try to see what will happen. So this time our part SharePoint features has been moved to page 4 and the word features has been automatically placed there. So later on when you change a number of categories or subcategories, not just only one, you can easily do that by updating your table. So this is how we insert or create your table of contents automatically. To create a compelling resume that stands out, you can use the LinkedIn Resume Assistant within Microsoft Word. This can be found on your Review tab. On the upper right corner is your Resume Assistant, wherein LinkedIn gives you suggestions for that type of resume you are looking into. So just type the type of role you are looking forward, like project manager, and then your industry. So let's say you're looking into the industry of education. There are actually suggestions that you can choose from. Let's choose education administration programs. You can still filter this one and have that specific thing. Now, if you have chosen something already, you can read it more, then you can choose these options that you can include in your resume. So these are the examples. You can always check for more examples. Aside from that, there are top skills for project manager that you can check. There are also these articles to help you write your resume. And we also have suggested jobs below and other things that you can check within LinkedIn. So this collaboration of LinkedIn with Microsoft allows you to create that compelling resume that, who knows, might land you a job. The best thing about technological advancements is we are not limited to the pen and paper thing or the printed ones. We can transform our document into a more interactive and engaging kind of platform or content. With Microsoft Word, you can do that by clicking this File tab, then go to the Transform button, click that one, and on our right side, we will see the pane for the Transform to web page. There are a lot of styles that you can choose from, and this looks great on any device. So from Bokeh, Regency, and a lot more depending on that. If you have chosen already, then you can just click it, click Transform, then click it again here. Just make sure that you have the correct account that you're going to log in. Now, before we finally click this last button to transform our account, just make sure that your Word document has been edited accordingly. So you have your title, change it into the correct font style, which is also title. Your subcategories, you must be able to change that into headings, whether that's heading 1 or whatever font style that is. Make sure that your title and your subcategories are arranged or edited into the correct font style. Now, once you have assured that those things are okay, you can be assured that this transformation will look great. Because if you keep it in the normal font styles, it will not apply um, an interactive or the edited kind of transformation that we are looking forward to. So let's try to click this and let's see what will happen. Now we have our web page. This is the sway from Microsoft. So since we applied bokeh, let's try to see if our font styles like headings and titles have been applied also into this theme. So this is our title and here is our heading. There is the picture. This is also the subheading, another subheading. So when we retain it to normal, you won't see this kind of effects. So it will follow the effects that the theme has. So whatever theme you choose, as long as you correct the font styles and the content, you'll be assured that your web page will be as interactive as it is supposed to be. And if you need to edit that, you can just click here in the upper right corner. So we'll not discuss that further because that will be a separate thing already. So that's how you transform a Word document into a web page using Sway in Microsoft. Ayan. So thank you very much po for looking into those features that we have. So madami nga po tayong features we discussed. We actually have 10. Now let us know which of these 10 features ang pinakagusto nyo po among the ones that we have discussed. And probably you will be using or even sharing it to other people. So thank you also for those ones telling us their experience. Kagaya po ni Ma'am Carrie Dominic Abehuro. She has been using navigation, pane DAO, and bibliography when she created her thesis and it was very useful. Ako din po sana nalaman ko yun beforehand. And we also have a question pala from Sir Jesus Katangi. I think he was asking if this is available in the 365 or 2019 version. Yes, sir, this is available po if you have the latest version. So there, meron tayong nagsasabi from word to web page. Yun po yung sway natin. The last thing, meron din nagsabing citations, read aloud. Ay, meron ding lahat po from Ma'am Normela Blanza. Okay, thank you very much. Aside from that one po, there are still other things that we'd like to show you. Yeah, thank you, Sir Alvin. Table of contents, inaisa-isa ko pa pag-encode niyan dati. Same thing, sir. I wish I have learned that before. Ang hirap po, no, lalo na pag ang haba-haba na like our thesis or research paper. Sana nalaman natin to before. But anyway, we are aware of that now. So moving on po, let's go to our next thing, which is the other features naman if we use our Microsoft Word Web. So for us po na merong Microsoft account, you can use this one already. So we'll look into design ideas, version history, mode menu, sharing options, and then Word to PowerPoint naman po. So I'll be sharing my screen for the meantime. Thank you, Sir Franco, for assisting po. Now let's look into this web page. Check po natin yung online versions naman because aside from those things, there are a lot of features na pwede nyo pong gawin kapag naka-online version naman tayo. Let's check our sample online Word document. Ayan. So I'm sharing my screen. I have created a Word document beforehand. So may mga may mga details na po akong tinype dito. So let's try to see what will happen if this. Meron po bang may Microsoft 365 account sa atin that you have the Word feature also? You can follow with us with this as we look into the version naman kapag naka-web tayo. There we go. We have our sharing right now. So if you see on your end po, actually with Microsoft Word Web and Microsoft Word app, you almost have the same features. Pero ang Microsoft Word Web po natin, ginawa talaga siya for collaboration. Para hindi po tayo kagaya ng, baka experience po natin, magsisend tayo ng Word document tapos pabalik-balik for editing. With Microsoft Word Web, pwede nyo po siyang gawin simultaneously, sabay-sabay. That's the great thing that we have for this. Now, let's look into those features. Unahin po natin yung design ideas or designer. Sa Word app, you might not be able to see this, pero sa atin pong online Word Web, you have this designer button kapag nasa home tab po tayo. And then sa upper right corner, you'll see this designer. And automatically, Microsoft Word will suggest designs for your Word document. So you are not just limited with plain words. Magbibigay din po siya ng format, even pictures related to that. So that's one thing. That's the first design ideas po natin. Second feature, ma'ams and sirs, we have here our version history. Since we're working on an online document, maaari mo pong makita yung mga changes na nangyari and you can even restore that one without the worry na, hala, na-delete ko yung unang file. Or baka meron po sa atin dati pag gumagawa ng documents like document 1. Document 1 final. Document 1 final na to. Document 1 final na talaga to. Those things. So, pwede po natin siyang iwasan with this. With our version history, simply click the title sa taas po. And then, move your cursor dito sa baba. And let's click our version history. Now, if we open this one on our right pane, makikita nyo po yung mga changes na nangyari ever since you have created that document until the latest version that you did with the document. So, halimbawa, if I put it here po, like I created one yesterday, syempre, it's a blank one. Kung gusto nyo pong i-download yan later on, just click this ellipsis button at pwede nyo pong i-download mismo yung version na yon. Let's check this second version naman. So once you have created changes po, magpapakita yung buttons for you to save a copy or i-restore mo. Kasi remember po, meron na tayong third version. So what if naisip natin, I think yung second version mas okay siya. So pwede ko po siyang i-restore. And kung magbago pa rin po yung isip natin, like, hindi, yung third version na lang pala, you can always click the version, tapos click po ulit natin yung restore. And again, you can always download that file para meron po kayong offline document aside from this online one. And if you see po, my dear teachers, meron tayong dalawang colors and names in this version. So it means there are two people who work on this document. So pag nakita po natin tong document, meron si guest contributor and andito po ako na gumawa. With this, you can check kung sino po sa mga kasama natin ang gumawa ng revisions. Kaya pag may mga changes po na hindi natin inaasahan, perhaps we can call their attention and ask them, like, ma'am and sir, ano po yung changes na ginawa nyo dito? Baka pwede mong i-explain. Kasi minsan po, di ba, may mga documents tayo. And then kapag shinare natin sa iba or nag-collaborate tayo with others, magugulat na lang tayo. That's not what we have expected. So, pwede po natin siyang i-check kung sino yung mga gumawa ng versions, anong oras niya ginawa, at pwede nating i-download yung documents. So, all of these things, you can check within the version history. So, let me just go back po to the document. That's one way for you to save from the stress of thinking kung nasa tamang version po ba kayo or you want to go back to a particular version na gusto nyong gawin before. We have some questions. Sige po, we'll try to answer all of those queries later on. Next, let me just move to our next feature. So aside from the version history, sa ating pong online app, if we go to the upper right corner naman, you can see the share button, which means you can share this with others and simultaneously, sabay-sabay po kayo pwedeng mag-edit. So if we share this one, you can just click this and further modify yung sharing options po natin. Syempre, may times na pag shinare natin siya, gusto natin makikita lang ng iba. For others, gusto natin na i-edit lang. They can also edit that. So let me just click that one. So you have 4 options po. You can share it anyone with the link or people only in your group. Kung meron po tayong Microsoft account na in-issue ng ating school, whether it's a private or sa public school, pwede nyo pong i-limit yan by choosing the second option. Meron din po tayong people with existing access. If you have shared this before already, pwede nyo pong i-click ulit to para ma-share lang with them. And then, pero pag first time nyo pong i-share, of course, do not go with the third option. Next, we also have specific people. Tatype nyo lang po yung email addresses nila. Other settings that we can do is you can click allow editing. You can even open it in review mode only. pwede rin po kayong maglagay ng expiration date. Let's say this is a kind of document na gusto mo lang ipakita sa students. Pwede mo pong sabihin na, "Dear students, I want you to review this for 1 week. After that, wala na kayong access. Mag-quiz na tayo." So, pwede pong ganun yung gawin natin. We can put an expiration date. Also, we can even put a password. So, those are the security features that you can do. Kapag dinisable po natin yung editing, pwede na rin po tayong mag-block download. So kung ayaw po natin nakikita ng students natin or ayaw po nating i-download to ng mga students tapos mamaya i-share sa iba without us being able to detect it, you can block the download. So let's try to click this and click apply. Another thing pa po, after checking those settings, you can start typing the names of people na gusto nyong ilagay. Type nyo lang po yung email address nila dito. Then you can even send them a message. Or, kung gusto nyo pong mas formal, pwede kayong mag-share ng link via Outlook app. So, yun po yung messaging or email platform ni Microsoft, si Outlook. Or, another thing po, madami tayong features na pwedeng gawin to share our Word document. Dito po sa baba, you can just click copy this link and send it to other messaging platforms. Hindi lang po kayo limited with Microsoft. Copy it, send it to other messaging platforms. And if you want to check your access, so manage po natin yung access, simply click this button below. Tapos makikita nyo po yung mga links na ginamit nyo para mag-share dati. And if one day, you decide na ayaw mo na po pala siyang i-share sa iba, dapat sa'yo lang siya, you can just click this ellipsis, click this X, remove link mo lang po siya. And once you do that, even if they have this link pa, hindi na po nila ma-access, hindi na nila mabubuksan itong file ninyo. This will affect everybody who uses your link. Let's click delete link. So now, I am sure ako na lang po ang may access sa ating Word document. So see, there are a lot of features that you can use within Microsoft Word para po hindi natin, so that we can secure our document and we are assured that if there are sensitive information, we are sharing it to the right people. Kasi di ba po mahirap yung mga accessibility issues natin, mga documents na di dapat napupunta sa iba. Another features, ma'am and sir, is aside from the share, meron po tayo ditong comments. We'll just leave this one anyway. It's self-explanatory. And ito pong catch up natin. If you click this catch up button, you're going to see all of the changes that happened within your document. So kung may kasama man po kayo like 2 or 3 or more people within your document, tapos natabunan po kayo ng task at ngayon nyo lang po mababalikan yung document, you can just click this catch up, then Microsoft Word will show you all of those changes arranged chronologically para hindi po kayo napag-iiwanan with those changes. Last feature po ng ating Word Web is our Word to PowerPoint. Kanina kung meron po tayo sa Word offline or Word app, yung Word PowerPoint pwede nating i-transform to web page, which is this way. This time, ang Word po natin, pwede natin siyang gawing PowerPoint. So, what we need to do is just click File tab. Tapos, makikita po natin dito. Let's just click this one, Other Options. Click po natin yung Export. And makikita po natin itong options, export to PowerPoint presentation. Way easier po to do that. Now, to fully enhance your output, dapat po i-change mo muna itong titles natin. So, let me change this. Kailangan po nating palitan yung font style ng mga to. Or else, hindi po siya maa-arrange accordingly. But if you're trying to simply transform the Word to PowerPoint, pwedeng ganun naman po. Again, click File, click Export to PowerPoint presentation. Let's try this one. So, Microsoft Word will show you designs na pwede nyo na pong pagpilian. So, hindi mo na kailangang mag-copy-paste pa isa-isa doing this one. So, click lang po natin from all of these options. Pwede pa po kayong tumingin ng ibang themes. So, halimbawa, gagawa po tayo ng ganitong style. Let's click below yung export button. And now, it will start to prepare our slides, summarize our content, and later on, create a PowerPoint presentation. Let's check kung ano po yung nangyari sa edited or transformed Word to PowerPoint natin. Let's try to see. There. So all of those things that we have created sa Word po natin, automatically naglagay na po siya sa PowerPoint and may design na tayong nagawa. Yes. Thank you, Sir Lord. Fabulous yung conversion from MS Word to PowerPoint. Yes. And those are the things po for our Word Web. Features ng ating Word Web. Now, let me go back and share our presentation. So, ayan. Let us know po which of those 5 features, version history, design ideas, share, Word to PowerPoint, which of those Word web apps ang pinakagusto nyo po so far? All those things that we have presented with you. Kaya po, let's use the chat box, ayan, para if others might be able to relate with us. Sige po. Okay. I'm resharing my screen. Ayan. So let's look into this one. The design ideas, version history, mode menu. Sharing options, Word to Power. Yeah, sorry. Actually, na-skip po pala natin yung mode menu. So anyway, let me just go back here na lang. I'll share this tab instead. Thank you for sharing that, sir. Mukhang may na-skip pala tayo sa dami ng features na present na natin. There are actually other things that we can explore. So let me go back and share this one instead. Para makita pa po natin yung other feature. Sige po, others are saying Word to PowerPoint, very applicable. Thank you. Others are saying gusto daw nila lahat. Hopefully nga po, no, ma-apply din natin later on sa ating pagtuturo or even for your personal use, ma'am and sir, why not, right? Maganda pong magawa din po natin yon. So going back to our presentation here, ito po, ang ating Word document. Sige, let me know lang po if you're able to see it or if we're having difficulty. So on our Word document, ang mode menu po natin, ayan, sorry, yun po pala na-skip. If you are also sharing it to other people, pwede yung i-limit ang mode nila if they can edit this, reviewing, or viewing. Or kung nakasync po yung account nyo, pwede rin kayo mag-open in desktop app. So as long as na sarili nyo po yung device, of course, you can sync your Word web document sa inyong offline app. And again, this is not only limited for people po that are sharing their output or you are sharing with others. Ikaw po mismo, kung gusto mo while checking your document, you can click editing, or kung gusto mong nire-review lang siya, or you don't want to make changes anymore, gusto mo lang siyang i-click for viewing para hindi po kayo basta-basta nakaka-edit ng mga unnecessary things. And that's how we work with those Word app. I guess, yeah, na-present naman na po natin lahat ng kailangan for those things. So, balik na lang po ako sa ating deck. And if you have questions, feel free to work into that one or type your questions po sa ating chat box. Let me check lang po kung may mga questions tayo na urgent. I think somebody was asking if this is available sa feature nila or nasagot na po natin yon. Ayun, from Ma'am Lorena, why can't I see dark mode in MS Word ribbon? Kailangan po muna natin, if you'd like, ma'am, you can go back to this video later on, but simply, if you want to see the dark mode po, you just go and change your office system settings. That's one way po for you to do that. Anyway, going back to our presentations, ma'am and sir, we have here, that's everything for our Word web. Now, aside from that po, here with us at Audentes Technologies, there are a lot of other professional development programs na meron tayo. So, sisegue ko na lang po ito for our presentation. In this one, we have the following because we're not just limited with Word, of course. We have other available programs from Audentes like Microsoft, Adobe, Autodesk, or kahit anong po yan na pwede nating gawin. We have all of those things. Aside from that one, if you'd like later on po, kung gusto nyo pang malaman yung other details sa ating Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, Excel, or kung ano man po yan na program ni Microsoft, you can always send us a message and then we can give you po a copy of this deck mismo para we can check what are those things that need to be, what are those features na baka gusto nyo pa pong malaman aside from the advanced tips na pinakita na namin beforehand. Another thing po, aside from Microsoft, ayan, we also have this ones. Kung meron naman po tayo dito yung mga teachers natin who are mga pangmalakasan, pang IT, mga ganun na po yung mga tinuturo also. We also offer Microsoft certifications for Azure, like Azure Fundamentals, Azure Data, Microsoft 365 Fundamentals. Meron din po kami yan. Other things that we have here, ayan. So, marami po kayong pagpipilian na certifications that we offer here at Audente. So, right now, nasa word lang po tayo, limited, right? But of course, we always have the time to share to you those other things that we have. So, itong mga to po, actually, if you take these courses and certifications, meron din po kayong official badge na makukuha from Microsoft. These are not just limited with other things that you can see, or hindi lang po siya basta-basta na makikita natin. Ayan. So, let me try to share that. Sir Franco, can I ask your help pa to reshare my screen na lang?
Miss, which one? This one?
Yes pa, the deck, sir. Yes pa. Thank you, sir. Kapag nagkaka-technical problem talaga, it's very difficult. That's why it's good na nag-upgrade po tayo. We're checking the skills that we have, and ina-upskill din po natin yung mga kakayanan natin para hindi rin po tayo napag-iiwanan. Okay. By the way, we also have our official website that you can check din po. Now, let's go back to that presentation of ours. So, nag-end po tayo kanina sa mga features that we have aside from the Microsoft Word. Ayan, we also have Adobe. Meron din po tayo for Autodesk, entrepreneurship. Ayan, so kahit ano pong mga major natin na teachers, meron tayo. QuickBooks and bookkeeping, IT specialist program. So for other program options, kahit po students natin, you can encourage them to try one of these program options para po they can also get certifications officially from Microsoft. Higher education, it's also applicable. Alumni and parents din po natin. So, as you can see, this is not just limited with teachers alone. So, as professionals, the benefit that we can get is for your personal branding, your competency, your professional development as well. So, yun po yung mga makukuha nating perks if we actually take this ones. Kasi nga po, if we are familiar with our word features already, ready rin po tayo mag-take ng exam. Who knows, right? Baka pumasa pa tayo as long as we do our reviewing. For students naman po, if you take this word features, tapos you plan to take certifications, these are the benefits that they can get. Like they can improve technical competencies, increase hiring potential, yung mga senior high school po natin, or the college ones na kilala natin, and industry-related skills. So for more information, my dear teachers, you can always check our website here. And we also have here the email po. My boss is here with us, Sir Francis, and the mobile if you want. So pwede nyo po kamang i-contact if you really want to take those upskilling and then take certifications exam to have an official certificate from Microsoft. Thank you po. And that's it for our Word Advanced features. We hope that you're able to take note of those features na pwede po nating ma-share sa hindi lang sa mga kapwa natin teacher but also to our students or even maybe mga kakilala lang natin like friends or family members. So indeed, hindi madaling mag-keep up po with the trend in education, but lalo na if we have limited resources. But I know that your creativity and passion as a teacher will enable you to surpass these challenges and emerge triumphant. With that, thank you very much. I'll give back the floor to Sir Franco.
Hello, Miss Janine. Thank you so much. Maraming salamat na for taking us to the amazing features. No? Again, napawaw na naman yung mga teachers natin. No? Teachers, ang daming mga mga aha moments during the session of Teacher Janine. No? Throughout, no, ang daming mga bagong things. Sabi ko nga sa inyo, teachers, no, hindi kayo mabibigo, no? At hindi kayo hindi nyo mag-regret na dumalo kayo sa ating session for today. Kaya teachers, dahil dyan, we'll now shift to our open forum. So kung meron po kayong mga questions or concerns, okay, about our session for today, okay, we will be more than glad, no? Of course, our speaker for today, Teacher Janine, will be more than glad to answer your questions. So please post your questions in the chat right now, okay? So ngayon, Miss Janine, no, while we're waiting for some questions from our teachers, okay, ako meron akong importanteng question, okay? Because we know that Microsoft Word has both the desktop app or the offline app, no? And of course, meron din siya nung online app niya, okay? What particularly, no? What separates, aside from the one discussed kanina, if you are going to recommend to our teachers, okay, ano yung mga instances or circumstances that the online version is better than the offline? And what are the circumstances naman na yung desktop version natin or offline version is better than the online version natin?
Sige po. Parang pang Miss Universe ata yung sasagot po kay
Yes.
Sir Frank yung question niya. So, the difference po with that is, if you are more into collaborating or sharing it to other people, maganda pong gamitin natin is the word web. Kasi pwede po natin i-check yung version history and we can work simultaneously. Habang kung gusto po natin maglagay ng mas madaming designs, gagamit po tayo ng Word app or yung offline app kasi mas madami po kayong buttons na makikita doon. And you can actually just save it with you and keep it with your device. Again, for collaboration po, recommended natin is for Word Web, but for more of intense kind of designs within Word, kasi di lang po tayo limited with typing words, you can also format that. You go with the app version or the offline version.
Pero Miss, anytime, for example, if I work on an offline version format, can I like go make that into an online? Okay, and how do I do that?
For that one, sir, kapag naka-offline version po tayo, just make sure that nakasync po yung account natin na Microsoft. And then, i-save lang po natin siya, auto-save. So, dapat po naka-sign in yung ating account para mag-save po siya sa ating online app. Another thing, that you can do po is to copy that offline document and isi-save nyo po siya sa OneDrive. That's another workaround po natin.
Thank you so much for that, no? Okay, ito po merong question from Sir Steven Dones GCC. Okay? Meron po akong MS account pero ang student ko po ay wala. Okay, can they still access po kaya ang file na share namin sa kanila through shareable link? Special ang gamit ko po ay web-based MS account. Thank you po.
Based on our experience naman po, sir, they can actually have a way to view that one. But there will be a lot of limited things that they can do. Most probably hanggang viewing lang po talaga sila. So you can share them a link that anyone can view kung nakita nyo po yung options kanina. So they will just be asked to sign in. Pag nag-sign in po kasi sila, they can do a lot of editing and all of those features na pwede po sa Word. Pero if they don't have an account, limited lang po talaga sila. Most probably sa viewing lang.
Thank you, Miss Janine, for that. There's another question from Teacher Van Denver E. Bautista. Yung Office Home and Student 2019 account ba may Word file to PPT file?
Office Home and Student 2019. Okay. Sige, let me check on that one po because on my end, I have a business account already. So, Word file to PowerPoint po na. Actually, the Word file to PowerPoint, mas nakikita po natin siya sa Word web version. Iba po yung export natin sa Word app lang.
Okay, that is noted, Miss Janine. Okay.
Can I answer that?
Ayan.
Go ahead, Sir Francis.
Hi everyone. My name is Francis. So to help you, yes, if you're referring to like the Word file, to PowerPoint, it's just saving, no? So when you save your data, your Word file, you just press F12, right? You press F12 and you will see their option Word. Then sa ilalim po niya may mga ibang versions ng Word, like earlier version. Then you have the option there to select PDF. Then once you click that, click save, and it will automatically save as a PDF file po. So that's the beauty of Office. Whether it's 2019 or 365, regardless, it can be done or it can be saved in a PDF format. But sorry, PPT file, PowerPoint file. Let me check. Can a Word file? Sorry, na confuse ako. PPT pala, hindi pala PDF. Sorry. can you make a Word file to PPT? Conversion is, I think conversion. Have you tried it, Janine? I haven't tried converting a Word file to a PowerPoint file.
I tried it po, sir, on my end. We have the 2019 or the latest version. Pero pag offline, na Word lang po ang gamit natin, the only options that you can see are different versions of Word. Like 2003, 2013, mga ganun lang po, sir. So if you really want to do the Word to PowerPoint, you need to have the online version po.
Sa Office 365 lang po yata talaga siya. Okay, thank you, Sir Francis and Miss Janine. Okay? I think wala na po tayong questions. Teachers, huling pahabol, may mga questions pa po ba tayo? Okay? Or things you'd like to ask from our speaker for today? Okay. Ayan. Okay, mukhang wala na po, no? Kanina naman nasagot naman ni Miss Janine, no? As we go on yung mga questions that's being posted by our teachers in the chat. Okay, so again, maraming salamat, teachers. Okay, can we now also show our appreciation to our dear speaker for today? Okay, I have delivered definitely an amazing session for all of us, for us to not only to discover, for many to rediscover, okay, Microsoft Word as no longer just your usual word processing application that we come to know when we were young, when we were studying in high school. Okay, so ibang-iba na po talaga siya ngayon. It has catch up na sa 21st century setup natin. Okay, so teachers, let's send our thanks to Teacher Janine. Okay, so with that, before we end our session, okay, we'd like to first, okay, ask Miss Janine, okay, to first address our teachers, before we say goodbye to our speaker for today, okay, for our speaker to first address, okay, our teachers, just a simple message of hope and encouragement, as our teachers continue to migrate back to the classroom, okay, or shift back to hybrid or face-to-face learning. Okay, go ahead, Miss Janine.
Okay. So with this pandemic, I know there are a lot of changes, there are a lot of adjustments that we needed to do. And as teachers, we need to continuously keep up with the trend. So mahirap po talaga yung keeping up with the trend kapag we have limited resources. But of course, as teachers, we actually have this kind of superpower to do certain things. And kahit man po, first time natin mag-online classes, first time natin gumamit ng madaming online resources, we see that our passionate kind of attitude enabled us to push through and let ourselves be upskilled and teach our students also to upskill themselves. So we hope na as teachers nga po, patuloy nating mahulma ang mga kabataan para mas matuto pa at magamit itong mga natututunan nila sa mga makabuluhang bagay. So with that, I also want to thank Sir Francis, my boss, who is here with us. Sir Francis from Udentes Technologies, who is here with us assisting po all through the way. So kung may concerns po kayo, feel free to send us messages, lalo na kapag excited po tayo may certification. Kanina, I saw someone who said that, I think it's a he, who passed an MCE certificate. So isa po yun sa mga upskilling na meron kayo or pwede nating gawin also with us at Udentes Technologies. With that, thank you very much once again. I'll give back the floor po to Sir Franco.
Maraming salamat, Miss Janine. So again, teachers, let's send our thanks in the chat, and we'll now say goodbye to our speaker, and Miss Janine, on behalf of our community, thank you so much for lending your time, and of course your expertise for all of us. To Sir Francis, the head of Udentes Technologies Incorporated, thank you so much for supporting the growth of our teachers, through certifications, through training, and professional development programs that your company is providing for all of our teachers here in the Philippines. Okay, so we would like to wish Miss Janine and Sir Francis all the luck and all the best as they continue to help educators and of course all other sectors of our community. Okay, thank you, Sir Francis. Thank you, Miss Janine. Okay, so teachers, we're now down to our last for a while. Okay, so before I show and give you your evaluation link, teachers, okay, please be reminded that we have our separate session as mentioned by our speaker for today. We'll be having a session on Microsoft SharePoint on Saturday. So abangan po natin, okay? Kung hindi pa natin kilala masyado si SharePoint, eto na ang panahon para mas makilala siya because this is yet no another amazing tool that we can explore for our students, for us teachers as well, no, as we do our job as facilitators, no, and of the learning process. Okay, so we hope to see you on Saturday. That's going to be from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. this Saturday na po yan. Okay? So teachers, ito na po ang ating evaluation link. Please do let me know if it's working. And if you can access the evaluation, okay? So it's at https://tinyurl.com/mswordkts. And let me know if it's working, okay? So I'll wait in the chat, teachers, if the link is working and you can actually access our evaluation link, okay? So while we're at this, teachers, so again, no, huwag kakalimutan yung ating Microsoft Kits alert, okay? So yung mga nakapag-screenshot kanina, yan, yun ang abangan at hahanapin kong post po ninyo, no, for you to win, no, a Microsoft Kit. Please make sure to tag me, and of course, no, make you sure that your posts are public, no, kasi para makita namin, or else hindi po namin ma-access yung inyong post. Ayan, working daw according to our teachers, no, okay? Maraming salamat. So once again, teachers, maraming salamat for joining us here, no, at our Thursday session. See you on Saturday for yet another learning session with Kaagapay Teacher Support and of course, the Microsoft Philippines. Okay? Thank you. Please, teachers, no, stay safe, lalo na po sa mga nag-back to face-to-face setup na po, no? Okay? Please stay negative from COVID-19, stay positive in life, okay? Again, I'll see you on Saturday.